Hi guys, welcome back to this week's Technical Insights. Last Friday, 14 April, the Straits Times Index was up 0.3% or 8.12 index points to close at 3,302 points. Sentiment was lifted by MAS decision to lift its monetary policy settings unchanged for the first time in 18 months. In the wider Singapore market, gainers also outnumbered losers 330 to 236, with volume at 1.3 billion shares worth 839 million being traded. Growth risk seems to be weighing more heavily for the Singapore Central Bank, but what is getting clear is that central banks around the world are getting ready to pause and let the effects of tightening flow through the system rather than facing the risk of a recession. YANGZIJIANG Shipbuilding was the best performer on the Singapore Blue Chip Index, adding 1.7% or 2 cents to close at $1.23. Thai Beverage, DFI Group, Capital-led Invest also performed well, closing between 1.1% to 1.6% higher. Thai Bev was also the most actively traded constituent stock, with 22.3 million shares changing hands. At the bottom of the table was Wilmar International, which lost 0.7% or 3 cents to close at $4.09. The trio of local lenders all finished higher, with DBS gaining 0.2% or 5 cents to 32.57. OCBC rose 0.3% or 4 cents to $12.84. UOB rose 0.6% or 18 cents to close at $30.13. So for this week, let's get a technical update from the three local banks. The first local banking stock that we'll be analyzing is DBS Group Holdings. For the past 1 week, DBS Group is down 2.25%, and for the past 1 month, it is only down 0.58%. Year to date, it is still down 3.7%. Since the close on last Friday at 32.57, we can see that prices have been on a downtrend since the peak that we saw in March 2023 at the level of $33.87. Now, this high that we observed in March actually found confluence with the previous high in October that we see last year around the price of $33.84. And this has become a critical near-term resistance level for DBS Group Holding shares, which may also find some confluence with the upper bound of that Bollinger Band at $33.97. So this level of $33.90 level, or the 34 handle, would be a strong resistance level for DBS share price in the near term. On the support side, we can see that the nearest support that we see here is during the October low of last year as well as September low of last year. Now, if you combine these two low points of last year together, you have a double bottom formation, which is a strong bullish formation and could provide the support for DBS share price in the near term. As you can see, last Thursday, it used this level, which is the double bottom formation at the price level of $32.12 to stage a rebound on Friday itself. However, that rise on Friday was capped or limited by the median line of the Bollinger Band or the Bollinger Basis at $33.02. The next support that we have for DBS share price will be the year-to-date low for this year in March at $31.70. Next, let's move to the indicator side. On the MACD indicator, the latest reading that we have is negative 0.035, which means that it is below the zero baseline. Hence, there is now negative momentum in DBS Group share prices now. The MACD line is also below the signal line, and that crossing happened somewhere around the beginning of the week on 10 April. So that means when the MACD line crossed below the signal line, it's telling us that we may see a resumption of a downtrend. On the RSI side, the last reading that we have on Friday was 40.34, which is about 10 points below the 50-point neutral mark, thereby also signaling to us that there's very weak momentum in DBS Group share price now. So with the MACD and the RSI both pointing to negative momentum or weak momentum, we are expecting that the DBS Group share price is likely to trend lower in the next few weeks. So if price were to trend lower, likely the support of the 32.12 level, which is the double bottom formation last year, as well as the year-to-date low at 31.7, will be will be tested in the near term. However, for traders, I believe it will be wiser to use the resistance level of the March high at 33.87 to enter into a short position rather than rushing to the market now. So that will provide a healthy margin of about 6.4% for the traders to take a short position to the year-to-date low of 2023. The second banking stock that we'll be looking at this week will be UOB. For the past 1 week, UOB is up 1.11%. For the past 1 month, it's up 6.96%. Year-to-date is still down 1.79%. As you can see from the chart here, the year-to-date low we saw for this year was during the March period at the level of $27.71. Prices have since been on the rise and closed last Friday at $30.13. So key support and resistance level for UOB share price will be the mini double top that you observed here in February. That is around the $31 handle. Just slightly above that, we also have the year-to-date high this year, which is at the level of $31.33. Now, this $31.33 level also is a double top formation that we saw last year during the December period. Hence, $31.33 will be a very formidable resistance level for any traders to take note of. On the support side, we can see that the first support would likely come in during the July high of 2022 last year. And this is previously a resistance level, which can have a change in polarity to become a support level now. This also found confluence with the lower bound of the Bollinger Band at $28.55. Just below that, we have the March low of last year as well at $28.20. And below this, we have the year-to-date low at $27.71, which was previously a triple top formation, which is a strong bearish formation and may have a change in polarity this year, and hence provided the support during the middle of March this year that we saw. So that might also come into play at $27.71 and could provide some support level for UOB share price as well. On the indicator side, as you can see, the MACD reading that we have is 0.073, which means it's above the zero baseline. It means that it has positive momentum. However, this positive uptrend momentum might be slightly weak because if you can see, the MACD line and the signal line doesn't seem to be diverging away from each other, but rather seems to be slightly converging or moving parallel in a direction very close to the zero baseline. Hence, although we have a positive reading signaling a positive momentum, that uptrend positive momentum is slightly weak according to the MACD line reading. The RSI indicator, the last reading that we have on Friday is 58.99, which is about 9 points above the 50-point neutral mark. That means that it has uptrend momentum in the share price or the price action. Hence, we expect, according to the RSI, the share price might move a little bit higher as well. Hence, with both the MACD indicator and the RSI pointing to us that there's still a slight positive momentum in the share price, I will not be surprised if UOB Group share price retests the $31 handle. However, the $31 and above seems to be a very strong resistance level, which has been tested a couple of times for the first quarter of this year as well as during the December period last year. I think the resistance level of $31 will still hold, and hence that might be the inflection point or a reversal might happen at the $31 handle. The last banking stock that we'll be analyzing this week is OCBC Bank. OCBC Bank for the past 1 week is up 1.02%. For the past 1 month, it's up 4.9%. Year-to-date is up even more at 5.42%. Now, since the low that we observed somewhere on the 14th of March, where prices touched a low of $11.93, prices have been on an uptrend. The key support and resistance level that we should look out for OCBC Bank share price is the double top formation in February that we see here, which is also the year-to-date high at $13.23. The support level can come in at the year-to-date low on 14th of March at $11.93. However, if you can see over here, during the high of November last year, there's some kind of resistance level forming at the $12.60 level, which could have a change in polarity to become a support for OCBC share price going forward. And this is also very close to the Bollinger Band basis, which is the 20 days moving average at $12.52 if prices were to come down. So for now, I think for OCBC Bank, key level to watch, of course, on the resistance side is $13.23. On the support side, we may see support coming in at $12.60, which is the high in November 2022. And the next one, we have a double top formation during the August to September period of last year at $12.40. A strong bearish formation may also have a change in polarity to support OCBC share price this year. And of course, lastly, we have the lower bound of the Bollinger Band at $12.08 and the year-to-date low at $11.93. On the indicator side, we can see that the MACD reading is at 0.051, a positive reading above the zero baseline, hence positive uptrend momentum present in the price action. The MACD line is also having a gap above the signal line. This means that the uptrend is pretty healthy right now, according to the MACD indicator. RSI reading at 62.42 is also about 12 points higher from the 50-point neutral mark, and hence signaling to us that there's strong, healthy momentum in the uptrend as well. So I expect in the short term, OCBC share price to rise further to retest the year-to-date high at 13.23, and from there, it may face a resistance again and may form a double top formation with the high in February, and hence have a bit of a reversal or a pullback back to at least the Bollinger Band basis at $12.52, or even to the lower bound of the Bollinger Band at a $12 handle to look for further support going forward. So with that, I have come to the end of this week's Technical Insights. I hope you find this video useful. In the meantime, trade safe, and we'll see you in the next video.